be AreJa or AreJa, but it's RJ. All right.
AreJa. Oh, gosh, they started. All right, here we go. Uncle's chest.
Here we go.
This is typically how my commentaries start. This is really fun.
All right. Well, I'm Melee. This is Mikon. How you doing? My favorite person in the whole world.
Is that so? Wow, I'm flattered as heck. I'm having a good day. I've been looking forward to watching some Zelda action, which is like there's Zelda going on all the time, every day here. All right, so the Uncle's gonna have a weapon for us. The runners are gonna like or hate it, depending on what they like going through the escape sequence with. Fire Rod is actually really easy, isn't it?
Fire Rod's probably one of my favorites too. Yeah, it's really, really easy. Got a lot of leeway. Ooh, we can even get bombs in the first chest. So.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they don't have to. All right, so Fire Rod can be a pain if you have to kill any extra enemies looking for bombs for them to escape, but I mean, when you just find them in a chest, you don't have to worry about that at all, so that's super convenient.
Yeah, obviously you're limited in your magic, so the number of enemies you can actually farm is limited to how many you can kill with magic and pots. But don't have to worry about that. It's real nice.
Yeah, there's like 5 magic pots once they get past the throne room and into the dark areas. So if they really wanted to take out some extra enemies, there is available magic if they want to. But you know, with that bomb find, it's probably not gonna be happening here today.
Yeah, probably not.
To wait very slightly when you come down these stairs, because if you go right immediately, you're gonna run into that guard and he's gonna see you. So you just wait for just a second and then get right above him to torch him.
Yeah, you gotta make sure he's paying as little attention as possible.
Yo, this sink.
Wow.
RJ took the moment to throw that pot and it totally made them go to sink. Oh, he took like the lead. But then Michael K. Stream caught back up and now he has the lead. That's a pretty good strat, I like that.
Which strat's that?
Of making your screen catch up and suddenly you're in the lead.
No, I see. Alright, well, RJ does take a 1 rupee lead as far as money goes.
Alright, and as someone mentioned in chat, this is a 1-1 race here. It's being the 3rd round of the tournament. Someone's going to be going 1 and 2 today, which is really scary because on your 3rd loss, you are ineligible to make the bracket stages, I think. Depending on how many people end up dropping out of the tournament, I think.
Yeah, that's the main factor. We did find the Moon Pearl in the escape chest, so... You know, that's a nice thing to find, I guess. Doesn't really do a whole lot for us right now. It's not really indicative of anything that's going to happen in the seed, but it's nice.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty crazy early game kind of fetch quests just to find the Moon Pearl, so it's nice to get out of the way once in a while.
Yeah. And if we opt sequence break after the Kakariko, much later, we can do that with Moon Pearl.
Yeah, with the Fire Rod in hand, we're probably going to be seeing an early Skull Woods clear, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it really depends on when we find that sword.
Michael K. avoiding the stair lag after getting out of that place. It kind of runs from the statue a bit. Are you aware of stair lag? Do you go out of your way to avoid it?
I've heard of it. I'm not sure what it applies to. So, why don't you educate me?
Alright, I'm going to educate you and everyone else. So, unlike the staircase they're taking right now, the staircases that kind of go in a spiral, you know, that Link walks in a spiral up and down them, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you exit those stairs, if your first movements are directly left or right, you won't get like 18 frames of lag to where you're moving at really slow speed. So watch them coming out. If they try to go down left, they might lag a little bit right out of the staircase. Michael K did, and AreJa avoided it by going straight left first. That's your frame saving tip of the day. You might get more later, actually.
Very interesting. I did not notice that ever.
Keep an eye out for it, and you're gonna see it all the time now. The next place you'll probably see it is Blind Hut, likely. Michael K picking up one of the extra magic pots there. This room, this dark room here, does have 2 of them. So it can actually be pretty useful if you're running the blue cane to pick up the extra magic pots in the dark area of escape here, so you can take out the rats in hopes for a bomb. Not that that would, be of any benefit here because we already have bombs, but
Yeah, it's good to keep in mind. And the thing about the fire rod is also we saw a little bit of an RJ side. Ooh, the cape. Okay, no, thank you. We saw that it does sort of dodge, like in melee range, so you have to be careful with that as well. If you're too close, they'll just overshoot your target and completely miss them. Alright, well, I don't know about Chumicon, but when I see that early cape, I don't have happy thoughts.
yeah, it's one of those things you don't want to see, or at least you hope not to find. But it's whatever. Nice glove. That is cool, I guess. It doesn't really do anything right now.
It's you could break up Death Mountain, but
We
probably won't be
could
doing
get
that.
down. We could totally do that before going to town, I guess. I'm a fan of skipping the cave check until you have boots or you're walking up to the Death Mountain Ascent Cave. It looks like AreJa might be checking it out, and definitely the benefit is that you are able to check the bush crab prize as well, which is not easy to do if you go straight to the forest. Ooh, paying off today, though.
Nice bombs. Yeah, I mean, it's really rare that the Lumberjack Cave Ledge has anything. At the same time, having that information can be very valuable. So I guess it just depends on what you like to do. Nothing there today, just a bomb upgrade.
Yeah, well, information won't help at all, but the bomb is not that bad, and there's a hook shot there just hanging out in the forest hut. Hut? It's not really a hut.
It's a hideout.
There you go.
They stole that hookshot from the richest lord in the land. They gotta lay low.
Now, Michael might have to buy bombs by the time they're done with the village here. But with that 300 rupee that they did find, I don't think it'll be that big deal.
Yeah, most certainly not. And we do have a lot of locations before we actually need that 3rd bomb. So maybe we get lucky, find some more.
Yeah, we're gonna be hitting, what, 11 spots, I think, before the next bomb's place? Or the 3rd bomb will be required.
Yep. Alright, what goodies we got here today?
Why do people hop off the ledge coming out of dark room? I think it's just to avoid getting hit by the guards. It's not really a big deal. You have
Yeah,
to pick up extra bushes, makes it slow.
Yeah, that's the safety ledge there. If you really don't want to get harassed by the guards, that's a good way.
Oh man, Michael K avoided the stair lag there. Just as expected. I'm gonna be watching for that, and I'm gonna try to not point it out every single time.
Are you gonna grade them at the end of how many times they avoided stair lag?
Well, why isn't that in the credits at the end? Alright, let's see if RJ does it or not. Oh, avoids it too! Lovely.
Well, alright, well we find 100 rupees in the well. And pieces of heart and money, so... Nothing really exciting in the well or blind hunt.
Heck. 600 is enough rupees to get pretty much anything you'd want in the light world. You get the bottle vendor and Zora, but you have to buy bombs, so it's gonna dip them a little bit lower, I think. Hopefully they'll be able to make that up if they decide to do the fake flippers to get the Zora, since they do have the pearl. It's definitely on the table.
Yeah, did find another 20, so
I don't think it would be that big a deal to just find 10 by the time they're done with South Shore.
let's hope not.
And of course, Zora actually is in Logic right now with that power glove.
Yeah, typically, If I have the money. Ooh, found a bottle with fairy in it. But if you're down there, or I'm down there, and I have enough money and Moon Pearl, I'll probably secret break that every time. Just get it out of the way.
Yeah, definitely don't blame for that. That's a good time to find that bottle.
It is. It's right next door to the guy who wants it. He's a sick kid. What has he got today?
If you give him a fairy, he'll be fine. Yo, I'm my favorite cane.
Cane of Brian. It's a pretty good cane.
It's in stark contrast to the red items we have been finding.
Yeah, that actually is the first blue one. Well, I guess bombs count. Speaking of bombs, that's just some in the library. Somebody really hates books, I guess.
Michael K going straight for the race game prize here. Not gonna bother checking it, and will be disappointed in what he gets.
Oh,
He'll pick
well, yeah, I assume he's probably gonna pick that up. Say, okay, I'm over 500 now. I have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, just grab it. That's. I guess it
Yeah.
could have been worse. It's actually useful in this situation.
In this very, very rare situation where you're actually like less than 20 below 500, yeah.
All right, I want to see some sick hookshot clips through the chest here. Just like that.
Yeah. Of course, well, maybe you would like to. Ooh, Michael, where are you going?
No. Yes? Is he gonna end up doing the thing first? Okay, looks like
That's.
he's going to Mini Moldorm. He might be riding over to Agnes Cave right after this.
Yeah, it's really weird to skip the dam. If that's
Like-
not your plan.
Yeah, if I had the book, I could definitely see this play going in over to the desert area first. But I mean, it's just as likely to have something as the Ice Rod Cave, which is far to the right instead. So it's just a preference thing, I guess.
Yeah, but the Ice Star Cave also sets you up for fake flippers since you're closer to the location.
You know, that's
So-
true. Since they went out of their way for money anyway, it definitely seems like that would have been a better idea.
Man, we got nothing.
Or maybe they're just skipping the dam altogether. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they don't give a damn.
Oh no, I was in trouble.
Oh
Like
my
they just got
gosh.
the blue mail. It would have been dead 2 times if they didn't have the blue mail.
Wow. It's gonna be a precarious Ice Rock Cave.
Yeah, typically, yeah, these crabs do 2 whole hearts of damage when you have green mail, and we have blue, but unfortunately, only 1 heart. Looks like we'll be fine as long as that bomb doesn't hit him. They might be getting a couple more rupees after this.
Oh man, just a piece of heart over here.
AREJa looks like they are not doing the fake flippers. Michael K looks to be doing it though. Now,
Huh.
funny with the fake flippers, if you get hit while you're in the fake flipper state, you will instantly die no matter how much health you have. So their 1 heart here isn't really all that detriment because they're just gonna die anyway.
You're absolutely right. It'd be a little useful, I guess, if you wanted to do the bomb setup for the fake flippers, but just gonna fidget around with the edge of the screen. This works just as well.
Yeah, they have blue mail, so I don't think the bomb will actually kill them either.
Oh, that's right. Alright, there we go. Alright, RJ, what you gonna find over here? We didn't get a map check, did we? So we don't know.
I haven't seen one.
Ooh.
Oh, and there's suddenly Dark World access from the Titans myths behind Sashrala. And there's our map pad. Vanilla green pendant and 2 unimportant crystals at the other Light World dungeons.
Opting not to go into Eastern Palace. Well, we did just get the gloves. I guess we can do a bunch of stuff in Dark World.
Michael K quickly gets the reverse fake clipper from Hobo here. I'm swimming all the way down to the waterfall and the fish guy.
The fish guy? You mean King Sora?
Yeah, the fish dude. He's a big fish. AreJa, despite having the Titan's mitts, is going... Oh, he's going to East Death Mountain. Oh, hey.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we have mitts, so we can get a lot here. If we can get through this cave, this is kind of...
Yeah, typically people have the sword. They'll hold the sword out and it'll shine a little bit, and they can use that for navigation, but the hookshot works well enough.
Yeah. It's a little slower since if you don't actually hit a wall, you're stuck with that extending out and coming back, but it does work.
We made it to the bats. There they go. Sell the 10 bomb upgrade on the Zora ledge. Not that important. But funny, they do have the ferry, so if they wanted to, they could do the ferry revival off the waterfall over here and go get that item. I don't think I've ever actually seen someone do that. Hey, nice sword.
That's a good one. That's something we need.
That actually unlocks Mothula. Hey, another sword.
Wait. So that sword, it is in logic, so...
Yeah, it really is. I did not catch what was inside Spectacle Cave, but it doesn't seem too important, because AreJa is skipping it for right now. It was probably another sword.
Doubtful.
Oh no, Michael misses the cool little block clip there with the hook shot. Loses some cool points for that, actually. That's also really hard to get. There's probably a really easy like timing method you can do, but I have no idea what it is.
I just mash it usually.
Red Boomerang. Now they don't have to waste one of their 2 bombs hitting the switch up here. That's pretty nice. They're gonna drop a bomb anyway. Yeah, they
Let's do it anyway.
That's fine. They don't really need a bomb for anything else on Death Mountain here, unless they want to bomb jump this gap. Oh, they did get a bomb drop, I guess, because they still have 2 again. Hey, that's not bad.
Magic. Alright. Well, nothing progressive quite yet, but half magic is always welcome, especially if we're looking at Skull Woods and being on the table shortly.
AreJa not able to set up the bomb jump there. They may rely on the sword spin method to get you on the edge of pits easily enough, and without the sword, they just immediately fell off. Deciding it's not worth it to try again, just go around.
Yeah, I think if you fall, you might as well just walk.
If that is indeed the method they use and they don't have it, it's definitely probably fine just to skip it. It's another convenient bomb drop.
That is timely. Yeah, it's very easy to walk off those edges sometimes. At least for me.
Alright, we're gonna check out Spiral Cave first, and then we may just... I think we'll probably just take the southern portal. Oh, well, I guess they have to, don't they? I can't take the upper one because they don't have the hammer yet.
Yeah. Maybe if this is hammer.
Oh man, that'd be really convenient, except... I mean, they couldn't get the Turtle Rock anyway, but it would still be pretty convenient.
Yeah, I mean, even when we found the Dahlia, don't have a sword.
Let's go over... The hammer was here, they can go finish Hera.
Yeah.
Alright, Michael, are you going straight to the Dark World as well? Or are you gonna go to Eastern Palace?
Well, it looks like they're going to Eastern Palace.
Oh, wow.
Another map check.
Might get a Dark World map check here really quick. Maybe once they check out the Turtle Rock Medallion, we'll be able to see it.
Okay, Michael is going to Eastern Palace.
With Eastern Palace being the green pendant, it may be quite a while before AreJa gets back here. So if there's something actually really important here, it may be a long while, especially when you already have most of the Darkhold access with that mitts. That mitts? I guess it'd be those mitts.
The mitts, I guess.
The mitts?
The
Both
mitts.
the mitts? I mean, it's plural. You just don't. It's not just one mitt.
Well, it's like, well, you call like say they were like a family, like the mitts. You would call them the mitts.
Oh, Misery Mire and Turtle Rock are both pendants. I think Skull Woods was one of the 5/6 crystals, and I did not catch what the other one was.
I did not see what the medallion was.
I did see Ether as the requirement for Turtle Rock, though.
Okay. Whoops.
Another fairy, nice. That is 2. Usually my bottles are all Bs. It's really nice to see something else. Yeah, nothing but the powder from Dark Death Mountain, which is like the prime safety item. But I mean, you already have 2 fairies anyway.
We might burn through those on Mothula if we ever get back there. If we find the sword somewhere besides from Zora.
Oh yeah. I'd say I think that's where we're headed right now, but no, we can't get to the back of Skullwoods quite yet without that sword. Well, we can get into the back, we just can't get quite to Mothula yet.
Yeah. Coming up here right away. Well, I guess we don't have many other options aside from the Zora or Eastern Palace checks. It's a little awkward with no sword and no hammer. But it's possible RJ just has to skip these down for now to run check Hype Cave and all this stuff, and then maybe come back if they don't have any other options.
Yeah, it's kind of a long trek down to get all the way down there, but I think with the mitts, it might be reasonable just to skip Thieves Town for now, especially when you don't have the hammer and can't full complete it. I guess you don't really have a weapon other than, well, I mean, you have the blue cane and half magic. That's totally enough to defeat blind.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Using the boomerang strat to stun the Gibdos here. They are not stunned by the hookshot, but they are stunned by the boomerang. It's actually pretty funny. What was in that last chest in Eastern Palace? I totally missed it.
I totally missed it too.
Ah, crap. Well, it certainly wasn't the bow.
Where's the small master?
If you don't kill any enemies in the room, it does not appear.
Oh.
So it didn't start trying to appear until after the one jellyfish was taken out.
That's interesting. I thought it was on a coffee break or something.
I mean, it could have been that too. Trying to get grabbed because they don't want to push the statue all the way back. Opting not to go check out the under the bridge chest in the back part of Skullwoods here, so hopefully that doesn't hold the progression that they need. But I can only assume they'll head back there as soon as they find a sword. Michael Plains ring around the warp there a little bit. Okay, the other 5/6 crystal was Swamp Palace. Skullwood and Swamp.
Okay, well, we can, as far as logic goes, complete Skullwood, so Michael could go there and finish it up right now. We still need hammer and flippers for Swamp, as well as the mirror.
Yeah, Swamp's still pretty far away, though they will be walking past it actually not too far from now, I think. Michael, you there? Okay. Oh no.
Opting to start from the front. Maybe he had concerns about his magic. It's quite low.
It's pretty low, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, well, we saw one item was bombs. I don't remember if we've seen the other item yet. There's still two in the back I don't think we've seen yet. Michael's pretty low on health. A death in Skull Woods isn't really that bad. There's so many entrances, but there's so many entrances to save your point, your respawn point. But I mean, you have two fairies, and you'd like to save them, not have to worry about using them here.
Yeah, it's very true. We would like to use those on Mothula if anywhere. Anywhere but here, really.
Yeah. Alright, RJ is out of Skull Woods. Not gonna bother checking the back chest. They found the one item, and I think it was just the one item.
Yeah, I believe I only saw one.
Has the cape, but not checking the bumper ledge. What did he do? Dude, that poor thief. Oh well, anyway. Not going... Are they gonna just loop around this, and then the race game, and then into Thieves Town? I don't know.
It's possible they'll also, since they have the mitts, grab the froggy after the game and just complete South Shore, save and quit and come back. That's also an option.
Yeah. I would be a fan of not doing Thieves Town right now, I think.
Yeah.
Just because don't have the hammer, no reliable weapon to get through it really. And having the mitts makes getting back here a lot easier than it would be otherwise.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So sword is as sequence. No, actually, they do have the glove, which does give them access to Zora. So, even though he did fake flipper to get it, it's not actually out of logic because you can actually just use just the glove to get that item from Zora.
Well, AreJa is coming in here. This is a little risky if there is an item in the big chest because we won't actually know what that is. And it could be important.
Michael K using the emergency full magic pot over here. I don't see this too often. If there's enough sprites in the other room, that magic pot can despawn. You just lift the pot and there's nothing there, and it really stinks. Gonna be taking a death warp, but in actuality, they will be losing their fairy.
Very easy to forget you got one of these.
2 even, or at least I think AreJa has 2.
Yeah, there's another one, definitely.
First 4 of Thieves didn't seem to have much, but we did get that anxiety key, which means if there's something in that big chest we need, we're not going to be able to get it without the hammer. And looks like Michael is heading to the back part of Skull Woods here. A little issues with these, I don't know, these guys have a name. And it's much more convenient to say than, like, Bouncing Plant Guy, probably. I just don't know what the name is.
I mean, they look like trash bags to me.
Kinda.
I like them about as much as I like a trash bag, I would say.
Checking out the under the bridge chest first. I think that's fine. If you know there's still an item left and you need something to make Mothia a little bit easier, might as well come check this one first. Even though the backtrack kind of stinks without the mirror. A bomb, huh?
Well,
Okay.
for times.
But it's just the map, so I think Mothula has our last item, if there is indeed one more item here.
I do believe there is, and it's something that Michael K is not like ideally equipped for. I'm not sure how good they are with Mothia, low percent, but you know, no half magic, no fairy, no potion, can be rough.
I want to say it's 16 slashes with the fighter sword. If you count the fighter sword as doing 1 damage, it'll be 16. And then the fire rod will do 2 damage each. So I guess it's just 8 fire rod shots, or any combination to get to that health amount.
Making good use of the hookshot there to do that room quickly while also refilling some of the resources.
They really don't want to lose all their magic here, but it just makes it so much, easier if they can. Hopefully they'll get this. Okay, good. They're getting bullied by these fireballs coming straight down the center of the jail cell. Oh my gosh.
And sometimes this,
He is relentless.
yeah, if he actually comes in there and does his job, he's a real pain. But okay, Michael K getting grabbed. That sucks.
Oh no. Hopefully they can get a magic drop. I mean, there's gonna be 2 pots in this room that'll have it, but then they will be completely out for the second half of the dungeon.
I don't know what happened there. It didn't look like they were dropping in. Alright, here we go, blind. Half magic.
Now, I'm pretty sure you can actually do this fight completely without half magic. Michael is out of magic.
Alright,
But it is extremely exact, like in the amount of magic you need to take out blind. There we go, easy fight.
Ooh.
Silver arrows.
I completely forgot to count items in these turn.
Do you remember if the map was early or not?
No.
Okay, because the compass was late, and I don't remember if they got the map early or not. Either way, though, we're not gonna be able to find out.
Yeah. So Michael's having to get up on school list for now. It's, it's a little annoying, but there's still plenty of things they can check, and this might also give them equipment that will make the fight easier anyway.
Yeah, for sure. If you're not uncomfortable doing a boss fight like that, there's no reason to keep banging your head against it. Just come back when you have better stuff and just absolutely destroy them later.
Yeah, it does need the magic, so we didn't actually see the, the boss fight, but...
Well, yeah. Digging up bombs, but opting not to pick them up. You have 1 bomb, RJ.
Oh no, there's the lamp, but we don't have the magic to pick it up.
Wait, the lamp was up there on Bumper Ledge?
It is.
RJ totally didn't go over there and check it.
Oh boy.
Well, hope they're comfortable with dark rooms.
Yeah, is there magic in the bumper cave?
In the Bumper Cave?
Yeah.
I would assume there is. Do we know what the stun prize is? They have the hookshot out, but aren't stunning enemies. Maybe they know something I don't. There are magic pots in Bumper Cave, we're being told. Yeah, okay. I thought there were. Michael, just go in.
Just go in, Michael.
At least check the stun prize. I don't remember what the stun prize is.
I was checking the tree pools, I guess.
Well, I got a nice 10 arrow drop from one of the tree tiers, but oh no, they're leaving!
Well, they know where it is. They can get that, whenever they want it.
RJ is going into... Look at that bomb jump up there. They have 0 bombs. They need that. No, we're gonna go buy some.
I bet you like this, wouldn't you, RJ?
You should have picked up the bombs from the digging game. Has anyone dug up the shovel? Someone's asking in chat. Yeah, and it's hilarious. It's pretty funny when that happens, I gotta say. Oh, I hope this guy gives bombs.
Oh boy.
I love video games, dude. This is great.
Oh my gosh. Well, You know who to blame for that one if you
That
watch
was
the VOD later.
all me, dude. That was my fault. Anyway, Ice Rod was in there. That's cool if Turtle Rock was a crystal. It is not, however.
Yeah, that makes it less cool. You ideally don't. I want to see that ever. If Turtle Rock's a pendant, definitely puts the idea of clearing Turtle Rock in your mind once you actually can get in there.
Alright, Michael K is heading in. Okay, there was the map right there in the first chest, so there is an item inside the big chest in Thieves Town.
All right, so Michael K will be missing that as well.
Alright, Blacksmith Delivery. It's kind of a long trek to get this guy here, but AreJa's gonna need to get over to that sword soon. I have a sinking feeling that Mothula is gonna have something we need.
Yeah, that's certainly possible. It's also possible, as much as we don't want to acknowledge it, that Aghanim is still required to get to Palace of Darkness, or Catfish, where our progression actually is. We did see that lamp.
Oh, what the heck? Yeah, you're right. Oh, man. We might still have to go through Aghanim to get to the Eastern Dark World, huh?
That's the thing that can happen, but let's hope that's not the thing that will happen, but
wow.
here's the thing that can happen at this point.
AreJa is going into Eastern Palace, taking the long way around. They do have the glove. They can just go to the far right. Well, it's probably not that much different in time. We're not going to find anything here. I don't think there was anything here. I kind of missed what was in the last chest, but I don't think it was anything too important.
Yeah, I don't think there was much here. Swear to gosh. They have to do Aghanim.
Dude, that lamp! That may
Yeah.
very well be it. Unless Mothula actually has something like super progression item. Maybe, I don't know, dude. I'd say flippers, but we've seen the flipper stuff. Maybe they might have Mirror the Hammer. That'll get us up to Hera, and
Yeah.
then some other overworld spots. Why is no one getting lamp? Well, you see,
About that.
Michael K did not have magic. Did not know that there is actually magic inside the Bumper Cave. AreJa just didn't look at Bumper Cave despite walking right past it and having the cape and magic. So, I guess Michael K has the knowledge lead in that regard. Taking a death warp off these crickets.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's not faster.
I would be very surprised if it were, considering how many screen transitions we have to go through.
Yeah,
And
they
considering...
Yeah, they gotta go all the way back up and hit that switch, don't they? The crystal switch. This is not the right way. If you're coming back through here and not taking the chest route, it's super easy to like, wait, where do I go again? You're so used to taking the same route all the time. Yeah, I guess I didn't see how much health they had left. It might have actually been really kind of needed there. Oh, hearts are the stun prize? No way. Maybe he doesn't know the stun prize mechanics, like how they're always consistent. Yeah, there's a lot of stun prizes you can get in Thieves Town. Maybe not in this particular section that they're in, because you can't stun the grasshoppers. Actually, you might be able to stun it with a boomerang, not that they have one. But the Zazak enemies and the skeletons are all totally stunnable. AreJa having a little issue here in the dark room, getting bullied by the bubbles. Using a little bit of magic, but it's Eastern Palace, who cares?
Yeah, it's not the most dangerous dungeon in the world. Alright, so...
Great, it was the compass. Okay, yeah, hearts are indeed the stun prize. Michael K did get one there. Maybe that would jog their memory.
Oh no. Gotta be careful.
There is a heart in this pot, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, never forget where that heart is. That can be a very important heart.
Oh, what is a stun prize? So in the vanilla game, if you stun an enemy and kill them, they will always drop a green rupee. Well, that item has been randomized, so in Randomizer, if you kill a stunned enemy, they will always drop the same thing. So it can be a heart, it can be an 8 bomb drop, or maybe 20 rupees, or even the rare fairy I've seen. But it's definitely a consistent thing, and learning what that is can really change how you play. Like, if you have full magic as your stun prize, go nuts with your magic, because you're gonna be able to refill that almost any time.
Yeah, or if you know the stun prize is money and you need money, there you go.
Yeah, an early hookshot or boomerang with that stun prize can really speed up rupee farming if you happen to not find much in chests. So AreJa is doing fake flippers now. They will not find much, but they will find their sword, and that'll probably send them back towards Mothula.
Yeah, and then we'll still know for sure what we're dealing with here.
Alright, Michael K onto blind does have a sword, but doesn't have much magic to use that blue cane. So we'll see how this goes. Stun prize is always the same regardless of the enemy? Yes, it is. It absolutely is. As long as you can stun the enemy, it'll always drop the same thing whenever it's taken out. So enemies like the green grasshopper type enemies on the top of Thieves Town, while they can be defeated by the hookshot, they're not actually stunned by the hookshot, so they won't drop it from, you know, being defeated by the hookshot. If you can stun them with the boomerang, that'll work. I don't actually know if you can or not.
I'm not sure either. I don't really use boomerang too much when in my runs. Ooh, AreJa almost getting sniped in the back.
Yeah, that Zora always pops out like right as you come in there, and sometimes you just gotta slow down, wait for that fireball to go past. Michael K getting his revenge on Bumper Cave soon.
Alright, well that lamp... Huh. That might actually send them up to Death Mountain. They have a lot of stuff they can get there, and that would be good for them since it'll make the trip into Skullwoods a lot easier.
Oh wait, that is Death Mountain access, isn't it? What are we? Did we actually find anything over there? The powder.
Found half magic and powder. And that was it.
That was it. So no, nothing.
Oh, we found a bottle with a fairy in it. That was okay,
Oh,
I
great.
guess.
Nothing immediately useful. Oh no.
I mean, we do have the hook shot. We can do this the normal way.
Yeah, you actually do not need a hookshot to grab this item. You can hug this north wall here and totally squeeze past it, just like that. And I think those 3 pots right there, yeah, they have magic. Okay, 2 of them have magic.
And that's definitely something that the logic will take into account. You don't need the hook shot for Bumper Cave and Randomizer. So
That
Don't
sign
forget that.
right there, that sign right there that they just walked past says that you don't need the hookshot. I remember when I was starting out, I asked if you actually needed a hookshot to get that item, and someone just told me to read the sign. It's like, what are you talking about? And then I just saw the sign there and read it. And there was my answer. Right, AreJa is heading into Thieves Town. No, never mind. Heading into Skull Woods, I hope. Michael K is Oh, huh. They didn't never check this item.
It's interesting because you typically want to check the buildings surrounding Thieves Town before you actually go in there. Just if you don't have the hammer, maybe you find boots as well. That also speeds up the checks a lot. Maybe it's just that one building though.
Oh wow, yeah, they haven't done this whole loop down here yet, have they?
No, they haven't. I'm gonna do the dig game first, of course, because you can't do that with follower for whatever reason.
Mothula has to have the hammer, right? They're not gonna make them do Aghanim just to get over there to Pod.
I don't know. I would love to tell you, that yes, you pull out the hammer, but
Flippers would be just as well. They can swim over to the pod area if they had those.
yeah, and then Ag will be off the table complete because Swamp Palace is the other 5/6, and the only other scenario that would be required is if the hammer was in the Pyramid Fairy.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever heard of that happen?
I have heard of that happening. I've had it happen to me once ever. An item in the Pyramid Fairy leading to the hammer. So you had to defeat Aghanim just so you could use the castle gates to mirror onto the pyramid with the big bomb. Yep, that can totally happen. Alright, just taking it a little slow there, doesn't want to get grabbed while you're falling, which can happen. It stinks.
Sure can, yeah. Alright. Gonna have a moment of truth here very soon.
Half magic and fire rod. This fight shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, should have both fairies as well, so.
Well, that's being very nice, flying right down at you. Alright,
Right.
hammer flippers.
That's too sword!
That's worse!
Alright. Okay. I'm not sure if either of them checked the old man in the desert. I think that would be like the last thing we have available.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet. They wanted to bounce off that bumper, but I think they were just like a frame or two or pixels away from it.
Yeah, it's nice to make you move a little bit faster.
I think AreJa remembered the bumper cave because they wouldn't be walking out this way if they weren't going there right now.
And they're not going to be too happy with what they see. Maybe they'll be a little bit happy just to have it, but
Yeah. Well, they're probably not thanking Aghanim, but once they see this lamp, they might be.
oh boy.
Where do I go? Oh crap, are you really making me do this? No, I must do the purple chest first. There's no way.
Yeah, and if we haven't done the old man in the desert, that would also be a really good time to do that. And just hope and pray. Pray and hope.
You mean Aghanim?
Yeah, the old man in the desert.
Someone checked that.
Oh, they did?
Didn't they? I'm pretty sure someone checked that.
I don't remember. Well, either way.
Didn't? No. Someone did do that, right? I might be nuts, whatever.
I don't know. I can't remember. Michael went to Agony, apparently. Okay.
Okay, good.
So-
I'm not crazy. Whew. AreJa. Yep, he's walking down to the purple chest, I think.
Alright.
don't make me do Aghanim. Michael K's doing his first trip up the Death Mountain. Yeah, oh, well, I guess that mirror was required to get up here, but yeah, as we determined, there wasn't anything of use up here.
There's absolutely nothing. I guess half magic's nice. The Bavarian bottle's nice. Powder's nice, but alright.
Yeah, this has to be something, or we're going to Aghanim. Unless you know some crazy glitch to walk on water in the dark world, which I know exists, but not sure if they can actually do with what they have, because I don't know it at all.
I mean, I guess if we're really desperate, we could fake flip it to Ice Palace, but I don't think that's a great idea. I don't think that's gonna get you much.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Could be, especially without the hammer. If I had the hammer, maybe? It's nothing!
Oh man. RJ, I got some bad news.
Nope, alright. 50 minutes in, just about. Looks like we do have an Aghanim seed, not for any item, but just for access to East Dark World. I guess there's gonna be an item over there, but you know.
Yep. Yep. Oh man.
Yep. And
Here
that's
we
it.
go.
Instantly realizing, ah, crap. At least they have the fire out. They take out the enemies super quick, but that's not really.
That's yeah. It's still Aghanim's tower. It's still.
It stinks that you gotta do it because it takes a long time, but on the other hand, you're both gonna have to do it, so it's not like it's gonna. It's not gonna. It's not a gamble you have to make. It's just something you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still never happy for them to do this. Honestly, this is like the escape part too. Something you just can't get around.
At least in Escape, you get a useful weapon.
Yes, you get nothing here.
Unless it's the blue cane, then it's not really a useful weapon.
Not against most of the enemies. Against blind, it's a very effective weapon.
Yeah,
Other
I
than
did see
that-
that earlier too. It's really nice. Is it that annoying to kill Aghanim? So, if you're a runner, no, because here's my hot take. Here's my hot take. If you're just a viewer of this game, you think in terms of time, only time. Aghanim's tower takes time, therefore it's bad. But as a runner of the game, I can tell you, if you have to do something like this, it's whatever, because you both have to do it. It's gonna be the same time between you and your opponent. If they were executed the same way, obviously execution's part of it as well. If you're a runner, it's whatever. You have to do it, so there's no real use like complaining, oh, it's gonna make my time longer, or I'm not gonna get a PB in Randomizer. No one thinks like that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. My annoyance would just be in this scenario where we made it to 15 minutes and the cape really worried me, but I thought I got away from it, and now it turns out I gotta do it.
Yeah, kind of tricked you there. That was a little rude of it.
It's just the main thing to do.
There's a room where boomerang's actually really useful. There you go. Alright, Michael K gets his powder. Wait, I can't do anything with this.
Yeah, that would have been useful in Thieves Town, that's for sure. Yeah, I guess the other thing with Aga is typically if the Aghanim is required, you're going to be exhausting all your possibilities before that. So it does kind of suck in that sense. But yeah, the actual climb and fights, whatever. I mean, it's very simple.
Alright, on to Aghanim here. I guess we can talk a little bit about Aghanim. You can speed this fight up very slightly. If Aghanim happens to be in a specific spot where you can knock him to the center of the room, that shortens the distance he has to teleport to the next spot. So there's your slight time save on this fight. Other than that, it's pretty random. Also, we got no blue balls right there. Amazing.
Wow, that's 4 in a row. So
Yeah, already 4 hits.
now they come right. One more. Now they come right.
Oh, so close.
There's one. There's 2.
So close.
There's 3.
So close.
I know how this game thinks. Like, I knew they were coming. I was just wondering when. There we go.
We did it. Good job.
Alright, now the real question is it going to be on Pyramid Ledge at Catfish, or is it going to be in Pod?
Nowhere with those, huh? Do you go all the way to Pod, or do you just bank on Catfish having it? That's really annoying, because you're still missing both the hammer and the bow to finish Pod, and it's possible you can't even do anything in Pod except the first chest. But AreJa is going right to Catfish. I think this is fine. You can save and quit and get right back to the pyramid. And you could potentially save a double dip into the dungeon, because you're going to have to come back here to get the crystal anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we do need the mirror for the to get put back in the pyramid, but we can still start Link's house and walk right up, and we're in prime locations to walk to the right, so...
Oh yeah, you do need... Yeah, you're right. The mirror and Aghanim are both required in order to save and quit to the Dark World. But yeah, the gate is like whatever, it's right there.
You don't want to get lured into doing Pod, because you can get pretty deep in Pod without either of those items if the key layout's right. Usually that means there's an item there, but not always the case. Big 20, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Catfish.
Never mind, it's in Pod after all.
So here you're gonna need this to get in. Get your item. Grandpa Catfish trying to help out. Meanwhile, Michael K is coming up here on the Mothula fight again. Much better equipped for it.
They were saving as much magic as possible. They were using the lamp in that first room there. I think we're gonna get a roasted bug here pretty soon.
Yes, hopefully not another... okay. This managed to avoid the whole Master Stone. Excellent.
It's 8 shots. 8 shots with the fire rod to take out Mothula. You have 16 shots with half magic, so that's more than enough, but of course, Mothula getting bounced around everywhere. If he gets hit into spikes, if he ends up getting hit into a spike somehow, that's not going to do any damage, but Michael K gets their Master Sword. Have they checked everywhere else? I'm pretty sure they have by now, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've checked everywhere else, so they are probably well aware this is an Aghanim seed.
What did the chest contain? I believe
the
chest was just a heart piece.
Yeah.
Big 20. It wasn't important, that's for sure.
Yeah, okay, so Michael K, I don't think they've done the purple chest, so they'll do that and then go to Aga.
Definitely can't blame for that. Though walking all the way there from Skullwoods is a little bit of an annoyance. The peace of mind is nice though. Alright, into Pod we go. There is progression in here, and it's probably the hammer, honestly.
Show me the hammer. That's the small key.
Or perhaps it's the bow to get something off of the green pendant in Eastern Palace.
That's another option. Could be the mirror to get something in Hera.
Yeah, get up to Hera. If it's the flippers, that's Ice Palace.
Oh, baby. Oh, boy.
It's the bow.
Thanks, guys.
Honestly, I might... Oh, wait, yeah, this is easy. Just hop down here and then do the bow side, of course. You gotta hit the button, though. There you go.
Yeah, the awkward thing about the bow side is we don't have a mirror, so we're going to Death Warp if we want to go deeper.
Oh no, and they have fairies too. They might just walk out, honestly.
Yeah. Probably about the same amount of time, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to lose my fairies to doing this, so... I mean, of course they could just release the fairies if they really wanted to, but... I don't know.
It's a waste to get fairies.
Yeah, there's our heart piece from the purple chest. Gets the hook shot stuck in the side. Oh, I love that little graphic glitch there. Alright, is the boat immediately going to unlock something else?
You know, I'm thinking probably no. I'm thinking our next progression item is going to be actually Easter Palace on that green pendant, so we have to save and quit and walk back over here.
Well, those 2 keys definitely unlock more of the dungeon, so it's like he is going to walk all the way back and wants to
Yeah.
save those fairies, so this is how you're going to do it.
I mean, clearing this out, clearing everything out is fine. We can do everything but the boss at this point, so there's really no reason not to.
Alright, Michael K. taking the dip. The required Aghanim after 1 hour. Thanks, Randomizer.
Yeah, that's a mean one.
That's the fire rod to quit, but it's going with the cool little spin strat here. Oh, but doesn't get him behind the little railing. Decides to torch him anyway.
Well, I mean, ooh, a nice double hit. Yeah,
There we go. That unlocks Meyer.
that's my error. We don't have a
We don't have a
medallion.
medallion. We don't have any medallions. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that only unlocks the 2 items in the shed then, doesn't it?
Yep. Well, maybe we'll find a medallion in here. Everything will be hunky-dory.
Funnily enough, with Misery Mire and Turtle Rock being pendants, it is absolutely possible for the Cane of Samaria to be completely optional.
Yeah. Same goes for the medallions. Do have the fire rods, so we don't need that for our spells.
Yeah, it's still likely that, or I say it's still likely, it's still possible that the Ganon's Tower big key can be off the right side, which would require Samaria. But this is one of those rare situations where it may be possible.
Yeah. Oh, as part. Okay, there's the mirror.
Ooh. Okay.
So in theory, all we're missing for go mode are flippers and the hammer. Assuming we don't need the Cane Samaria, and we don't have to dip in the pendant dungeons at all.
Hammer Gomo would be so nice.
Yes.
Hammer locks so many things that if you can get it as your very last item, that's a lot of dungeons you can go mode. And I mean, I guess by a lot, I mean Swamp and Pod.
Well,
and
those are-
Ice, I guess.
Those are all very good, nice dungeons to go mode.
Speaking of Pod here, Big Chest is the last one we can check for. We gotta go. Not a vanilla hammer, so we are out of here. Can immediately mirror and check out Eastern Palace. Is that what you're gonna do? Oh, baby.
Okay.
Oh man, when they finish this dungeon and leave, they're totally gonna run right into their portal unless they pick up a bomb.
Yeah.
What a slight annoyance that'll be.
Slight annoyance wasting one of those bombs they paid good money for.
They paid a lot of money for those 15 bombs. Did the Thieves Town Big Chest have anything? The Thieves Town Big Chest does have an item in it, and we are unable to get that until we have the hammer. So I guess the flippers could be in there.
It could also be boots or Cane of Samaria.
Oh
Might
yeah,
be
we
required.
may need the boots, yeah, to finish out desert.
And there's a lot of bad ways this can go.
Revoke his mirror on pedestal and book in cave 45. Well, that would stink, but they already have the mirror, so that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, evil guy. You've been thwarted today.
Pod had a lot of value.
Oh man, Potter was crazy loaded. We were talking about what's the one progression item they're gonna find. How about 3? I guess the flute may not necessarily be progression, but it's pretty funny.
I mean, it did unlock locations. I consider that progression-ish.
What medallion was in Pod? Did we find a medallion pod? It's not marked.
No, we didn't. Found the bow, the mirror, the flute, and a heart container.
Oh, so Helmet likely has something. Oh, Armos has nothing, but there's a green pendant.
Just a big 20. You turn this in for probably another big 20, for being realistic.
Alright, Michael K finishes off Aghanim. Nothing on the pyramid. Are you gonna go straight into pod? Let's see. AreJa knows that you can lift something to avoid going in the mirror portal. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a very useful thing, especially if your chest gets trapped underneath your portal by accident, maybe.
It's very useful for this one specific situation.
Econ, what did I say? When we got that green
Said
pendant,
Sashala was gonna be completely pointless.
I said it was going to be a big 20. And what was it? It was a big 20.
It was a small 20.
Just point that out. Alright, well, AreJa gonna activate that flute. Has quite a few options.
Yeah, they can go check out Desert, which I think would be a great thing to know that you also need to find the boots.
Yeah, that's also very important information.
Chuck's boomerang at the catfish. Alright, Michael's heading into pod here. You know, to be honest, it seems like RJ has had a very large kind of lead. I think Michael had some execution problems early on in the seed, but they're only separated by the pod check now.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, it's a couple minutes, sure, but it's not nearly as significant as it may have seemed earlier on in the seed.
Yeah, I can very easily flip, for sure. I think what ended up costing Michael a lot of time was the getting grabbed in Skullwoods and then hunting for magic.
Yeah, that kind of stunk.
Yeah.
Nothing in Meyer's shed, but we have just a couple more things to check.
Yeah, I guess we could have gotten that tempered sword as well before we came over here, but you know, we got the flute. You want to use it? You activate it? Might as well use it.
Oh yeah, there's a sword hanging out on the spectacle ledge, aren't they? Aren't there? Isn't there?
There sure is, because
Isn't there? Aren't they?
there is. And that's gonna be nice because we'll have tempered silvers for Ganon, which is very comfortable.
It's a nice thing after all the crap they've had to put up with so far.
Yes, absolutely. Alright, what was down here? $300.
At this point, not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, we could use that money for potions, but I don't know if we'll need them. About to find out. Desert's boots locked.
That is not what we thought was gonna happen.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, it's not a key up there,
No.
so you need footwear to get the other footwear. That's pretty great. Maybe they'll be here, and it'll actually be super convenient.
Maybe. There's the hammer.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, so, we do need the boots, but
Is boots our go mode item?
it can be. If Cane of Samaria is not required, it can be.
Yeah, I guess it depends on Gan's tower, but honestly, if I was able to go into GT and I didn't have Samaria, I wouldn't look for it. I would just go there.
Yeah, I think that's probably... Because the Cane of Samaria can totally be in GT anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I mean... the number of locations we can actually find that are also kind of limited. Like it can be in Mire, potentially. It cannot be in Turtle Rock since we can actually get in there without the King of Samaria. So
it does seem like we will be able to go mode both Swamp Palace and Ice Palace, provided they don't take time to search for Samaria.
yeah. I mean, the flippers are needed for those, and no point in ooh, Michael taking death. I'm sure that's ooh.
Luckily, we got so many fairies.
I think that was intentional, actually.
Oh, it was intentional. That kind of stinks. Okay, unluckily, we found 2 fairies.
Unluckily.
Going for Fire Rod strat instead of Silver Arrow strats. Definitely easier to perform, I feel, this.
Yes. Very.
It takes a little bit to learn the timing of Silver Arrows. Alright, people were talking about the logic with the footwear. So it does seem like, since the boots are required to get the flippers, we know the boots will not be in Ice Palace or Swamp Palace at all.
Correct.
Which is super nice. Because those are dungeons you do not want to start searching for items in if you can avoid it. We will be able to determine if the Cane of Samaria can be in Ganon's Tower or not, depending on what Cold Stare drops. If Cold Stare happens to have a small key, we know that the Cane of Samaria is located somewhere before then. So if we see Cold Stare drop a key, we know that the cane is not in Ganon's Tower. If it does come down to we need to find it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Alright, AreJa is heading up to Hera. Gonna be grabbing the Tempered Sword. Cool. Is cane mandatory? Not necessarily. If Turtle Rock and Mire are both pendants, you can totally skip the cane. And if the Ganon's Tower big key isn't on the right side, it's actually really rare. It's like, I know it's like less than, I don't know. I want to check now. I'm going to check the numbers.
I know it's extremely rare that the King of Samaria is not actually required for anything. And I do mean like extremely. I'm thinking it was either 4 or 0.4, one of the two.
Yeah, it's really low. Well, guess we got the big key in the basement of Hera. It's one of those things I would rather have to do than have to gamble on. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to come down here for the big key, it's whatever. It's, you know, it's a crystal dungeon. You have to do this. If it were a pendant dungeon, I kind of understand maybe not wanting to, but in this scenario, it's just fine.
All right, I got the numbers here. The spreadsheet of the 25,000 spoilers lists the Cane of Samaria required 99.41% of the time.
Okay, so it's 0.59 is the not required chance for that. So half of 1%.
That does take into account that it is required if Cold Stare has a small key, but in actuality, you probably won't be seeing people do it anyway. They won't go out of their way to find Samaria for that reason.
Right, since you can spawn in that scenario.
Oh, don't fall. I think I would have just walked over and hit the switch.
Yeah, it's alright. Well, I mean, it's rare you actually do that, so...
Zelda puzzles are hard. I have trouble with I still have trouble with them sometimes. It leaves a bomb on the switches.
might as well.
Yeah, you ran out of bombs before.
Well, There's some more. Have fun.
Oh, nice. He gets that guy to reduce lag slightly.
Yeah, that was a very intentional strat, I'm sure.
Right, Michael activates their flute that they got from Pod. Yeah, Hera or Meyer are definitely on the table. Not Meyer, the Meyer area. So I guess Moldorm has the last item now, because they wouldn't have checked that chest if they had both items.
Seems that way. Michael K is heading to the desert area as well. This is good.
Oh geez, we have some heated discussion in chat. Explain Cold Stare small key. So if Cold Stare has a small key, it's possible to finish the dungeon, or it's possible to get through the dungeon, and if you don't have a small key, you wouldn't be able to open up the... Oh gosh, Moldorm knocks Arlie down. Sorry. You wouldn't be able to open the door that's near the boss room that takes you to the crystal switch. So the logic doesn't require you to do bomb jumps or anything like that. So that door has to be openable, and if it isn't openable, you need a way to hold down the switch that opens up the boss door. So that's where the King Smarty comes into play.
And of course, logical. So we try and use your keys in the worst possible way. So there's Ether.
Well, there's Turtle Rock.
Oh no.
Well, we don't have King Smarty, I guess, but still, that's...
Who's Meyer?
Oh gosh, I didn't see. If RJ checked, I didn't see it. Did Michael check?
I
Go check.
I mean, I guess I don't have any medallion, so it's not.
Spike Cave, huh?
Well, might as well.
Yeah, let's see it. I think Pod would be next on my list of things to do. Just because you have to complete it anyway, and you know Helmasaur has an item.
Yeah, it's never gonna be convenient to route that in at any point, so going and getting that done with definitely seems like a good idea.
Yeah, you know you're guaranteed boots, and that might speed it up slightly, but I don't think it's worth putting off for that.
No, absolutely not.
Can Logic lock Turtle Rock or Mr. Meyer behind their medallion if they are pendants? No. The items are 100% obtainable. You can get every item in the game, regardless of if they're, quote, required or not. It is not the case that you can get every key, because some keys can lock themselves, such as the big keys in Swamp Palace and Skull Woods, or there's a lot of small key locations like that too, say in Pod or Thieves Town. The small keys can lock themselves in those dungeons, but actual items are 100% obtainable, so you will not find that an entire dungeon is locked to you because, say, ether that you need is inside Turtle Rock that is needed ether to open. That won't happen.
Alright, well, as you said, Con, RJ come back here to finish this up. There's one more item here. But will Pod have the rare quad progression?
Oh gosh. The quad pod.
Oh boy.
Someone's saying in chat that Michael didn't check the torch? Is that right?
I hope.
Oh no, I hope they check that, because that is required item up there.
That is an important item. If they clear Landmo and Landmo doesn't have an item, I assume if they haven't, they will check that. I hope.
Oh, tries the silver arrows but misses. Ooh, hits one, hits two. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it is quite difficult to time that for a zero cycle.
Yeah, it seems... Just to recap for chat here, the flippers are on the torch of Desert Palace, and apparently Michael didn't check the torch. Yeah, so maybe. The flippers are up there, so we know the boots are required, and that is actually the last required item we have, since Turtle Rock and Mire are both pendant dungeons. We may not need Samaria for them. Alright, Michael, are you gonna walk back in there to check those flippers, if you indeed did not check them?
I think so, yes.
Go back in.
Okay, excellent.
Good, good. Yeah, someone's bringing up that the Thievestown Big Chest, it's still there.
Yeah, that is there. Let's hope for the best as far as that goes.
1 silver arrow to the forehead, it's all it takes for the second phase of Helmosaur. Alright, are these the boots? Will it be that easy? It's another fairy!
Oh god.
Sure, why not?
Why not? That's 3.
Every seed I play has like 3 bees in bottles. They get 3 fairies.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, they haven't exactly been helpful entirely.
That's true. All they've done so far is prevent death orbs. Okay, RJ is heading into Misery Mire.
Did they actually check? I don't think they actually checked, did they?
Did
They
not?
must have checked this.
They might not have. They wouldn't be doing anything else here. It's either. Okay, sure.
Alright,
I guess they checked.
Alright, well, there are 2 items here. They take a while, potentially.
See ya, bird. Sorry, chat. Have we seen Checkerboard Cave? Yes, they did check Checkerboard Cave. It was nothing of importance. They checked her board. Sorry.
It's alright.
Yeah, Mr. Mire stinks.
Yeah.
If you plan on finishing it, just might as well do it early, because it's likely you're going to be running around everywhere looking for the big key anyway. So if you still need items, I think coming here to check isn't so bad. Unfortunately, just this being a pendant dungeon, they don't have to clear it.
Yeah.
Of course, the big key is in the very first chest.
And a bad thing is that if the other item's ambitious, you're potentially wasting all this time for 1 item. But we're running out of stuff to check, so
I don't think you go to Vitreous in this situation. Not when you have both items still out there. I think that definitely
No.
check for the other one first.
yeah, especially when you don't have the Cave Samaria to actually get to Vitreous.
Oh, dude! That's right!
Yeah.
I'm sure I've played this game before and should have known that.
It's very easy to forget. Okay, coming back here to check the lobby checks first instead of checking the easy torch chest.
It's not a fairy!
Some apple juice, I guess.
Wait, hold on, wait. Is apple juice from green apples green? Because it's a green potion, not a red one. I'm typically used to like reddish apple juice.
Yeah, I mean if it's like real apple juice, if it's like, ooh, okay, there we go.
The boots are right there!
They're right there, yeah. Boots, right? So
No, just
one,
mirror. You don't have to go this way. Just mirror right there.
1 hour, 24 minutes, maybe around 30 seconds. RJ is in a go mode question mark? It's gonna be really, really unfortunate if he's not actually in go mode at this point.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting here. If the Gans Tower key happens to be on the right side, we still need to find Candace and Maria, but as of now, I think AreJa is probably going to treat this as go mode.
You still got those stats up, Mikon?
The stats? Oh, yes.
What is the percentage that big key is actually on right side?
Oh, geez, that would be difficult for me. This just shows like specific locations, not like sides as a whole.
No, okay, yeah.
I can tell you, however, that each spot for the big key, like each location in G Tower, are extremely close in actually having the big key.
So that would be what? 22 would be. Let's see. So there's like a 22% chance that it's over there. That's kind of scary.
Michael cutting a little bit close there. But since you can activate the Cane of Brian very quickly after save and quit, or not save and quit, unpause on like the cape, it's definitely not really that dangerous to wait until you have 1 heart left to pause and use it. Oh, I love this hammer dash here, but these stupid water jerks keep getting in the way.
Is that the official name of water jerks?
Water jerks? Pretty much anything in this game is blank jerk.
Yes. Yeah. Or inconsiderate. Blank.
Watch out for this bird jerk. This red skeleton jerk is also a jerk.
Yeah, I got some good jerk RNG.
The orange jerk.
Alright, so Michael K is coming back to Pod. I mean, both of them have been making almost identical decisions when faced with certain scenarios, so Michael K is still a little bit behind. Hasn't really had a lot of opportunity to make up time either, because RJ hasn't spent a lot of time looking for things. He's been spending a lot of time finding things.
Look at this jelly jerk.
Yeah, jelly jerk. It's this jerk spitter.
Yeah, don't forget about these safety hearts on the left side of the pod here if you need them. It's definitely convenient before going down to the turtle jerk room.
Yeah, King Jerk, sometimes he moves unpredictably.
The jerkosaur.
Yeah.
When you're in go mode, I think it's still worth it to check this one chest in Swamp Palace if you can. That's about as on the way as it gets.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't really know what would be useful. I guess Butter Sword would be the best case scenario, or maybe the Red Mail.
I'd say red mail, yeah. It's not like they need a fairy.
No. I mean, maybe that's case Murray. You just don't worry about anything at that point. Okay, well, here's Jerkus.
Jerkus. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm back.
Easy. Alright, welcome back.
Michael gets a nice fairy drop right for Helmasaur. I don't think Helmasaur is going to be all that, you know,
Dangerous.
dangerous anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, it's usually not the very dangerous boss. When you have 12 hearts in blue mail.
Yeah, and even if you're like not comfortable going up there to whack him with your sword, it's just 1 silver.
Alright, RJ. Coming here to Ice Palace now. This is the last crystal they require. As Michael K takes down Helmasaur King.
Yeah, we might get a small... We'll get a little bit of information on where the cane might be, but it's very likely to not come into play.
You would think so. You would hope so.
You gotta bother checking any chests here in Ice Palace. Maybe the Freezord room. But
Yeah,
about it.
that's... Yeah, well, that... For me, that's too much work if I'm in go mode.
Michael doing the exact same thing after finishing pod, going to check the rest of Penadistion.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, as you said, he's just doing like the exact same things. That's pretty neat.
It is 2 items, and we're right here. We're never gonna come back here. Ever. So it's now or never.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, nice use of the sword beams there. Typically you'll see people go up there to throw the pot at the other Stelfos, but he's still there, even without you moving up there, so you can just use your sword beams. You can use the bow too, though it's a little bit harder to hit with. Is that good? Yeah, it is, sure.
Well done. Wish I could get first try every time.
Alright, down to the lower Ice Palace. Watch out for the Mighty Ducks. What did that...
He juked him.
What happened to that
I
guy?
don't know. Putting on some ways, a little slow. You gotta stay warm, Ice Palace. It means putting on some weight.
No, AreJa doesn't care. We're going straight there. No worries about that Freezord chest.
That's a menu for 1 item. Probably not even that. It's for like a key or something. Alright, Michael K gets their green pennant. What they do next is going to be very important.
I mean, if they're gonna hit their portal or not.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant.
They know it too! Amazing.
Excellent. I've been personally doing my part to spread the word on that one.
That's good. Dude, the first time I did that, I walked through the portal like, I don't know what to do here. Probably a big guy. Yeah, I took a little damage on cold syrup, but I think we're gonna be good. The fire rod does like golden sword tier damage to these guys. It's actually really good. It does what you'd think it would do to Mothula.
And we do have like probably 2 fairies for RJ, so what you got? The map.
Okay, so with the map being on there, it is possible for Smart to be again in this tower.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess there are some other locations it could also be besides cheating, since we found Boots and Meyer. Like it could have been in the Swamp Palace, could be in
Oh yeah, for sure.
Pyramid Fairy, but it can be in GTA. That would be the ideal scenario if we have to get the right side. But I guess we have a game we play. It's GT Bicky.
We didn't do the
Tower.
thing!
We didn't do the thing, but we got time. Cause
Oh my
Turtle
gosh,
Rock-
go, go, go! Dude, guys, do your guess thing.
22 chests against tower. One of them has a big key. If you subscribe to any of the Speed Gaming channels or donate 250 bits more again to any of the Speed Gaming channels, you get right. You get your name on the leaderboard.
That was my bad. But thankfully,
yeah,
I guess not thankfully, AreJa got stopped by a dead rock, so it gives more time.
we got plenty of time. I mean, yeah. So, what are your guesses?
Oh gosh. I want to see it on the right side, but if that's the case, I also want to see Samaria in here.
Okay. Well, I want to see it in Power Room, I think. Why not?
That does require Samaria.
Yeah.
Ooh, RJ almost messed up the little block clip there, but quickly turned around, give it another shot, and worked out.
Michael K. Are they going back to Thieves Town?
Oh no.
Or are they going
To the peg cave, I think?
Peg Cave or Bats? One of the two.
Oh yeah, they didn't check the bat either. Both of those items would be there still.
Alright. Sunrise said it's gonna get pretty awkward.
People get so into like hitting 2 pegs at once that I feel like it takes a long time if they do it just slightly wrong.
Yeah.
We have to stop, right? We have to do...
Yeah, stop now.
Okay. Yo, we got a cool cat today.
Little baby.
RJ doing what I think is the good thing and checking
Oh
the
my
right-
god.
There's the key!
Oh my god. Alright, well. Yeah. Well, we're golden now, so... Way to spoil my fun. Well, I guess it can still be in Tower Room at least.
It can still be a tower room now. Oh man, dude, if he got a key, you would guarantee you he'd go over there immediately.
Yeah, definitely. Alright. I believe that was, number 7? Ooh, we're getting Dark Magician.
This is modified Dark Magician because he needed Samaria to do it. These small keys in hand. It's like, alright, now's the time. I've been waiting the whole game to use this cane. I think he just really wanted to use the cane. Like, he didn't used to do it.
Yeah, probably. It's like, well, I found this. It was right there. Maybe it's a sign.
No. Maybe if you stand up just a little bit higher, that guy wouldn't have come down here. But that should work, yeah.
Alright, number 8. The book.
It wasn't required.
Well, that has yet to be seen. I still got my dark horse.
Oh, we got the tavern, of course.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that.
And Michael K's going into Meyer. He will be finding the boots there. Very nice.
Yeah. There was actually not many places I think Michael K could check for this, so,
Yeah. I think when you have the entirety of Swamp and Ice Palace closed to you, and Turtle Rock, I guess. I guess this does make a lot of sense, doesn't it?
yeah. Check the few of the overworld locations that he was still sleeping on. So yeah, there's actually, as far as he's go, fairly linear. I mean,
No, Was that number 12?
Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 12.
7 on the left and the 4 on the right, and then that was, yeah. That was 12. Everyone, okay, cool, cool. Thanks, guys. You're the real commentators.
Yeah. The real commentators were the friends we made along the way. Alright, so I think that was number 13.
Oh my gosh. Like, okay, so close. Oh my god, they're gonna be loving after they find it.
Yeah. Oh no!
Is that 17?
That... Hold on.
I'm pretty 17.
Pretty sure that was 17? Okay. That was... Okay. If you're sure, Mikon, I trust you.
Yeah, okay. I trust me.
Alright, well chat says it's 17. I trust chat. Chilled like ice. Congratulations. So, the Candace was not required.
Entirely optional. We got a very rare seed today where that would happen to be the case.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, that's one for the history books. Yeah. I got my Burn a Bomb seed a while back. Now I got my Candace not required seed. Hitting all the achievements.
The achievements, yeah. The Zelda commentating / watching achievements.
Yeah. Only 0.6% of commentators have that achievement.
Huh.
They might get in their boots, whether they know it or not. They're in go mode.
They finally researched their Bane lead speed, which is nice after their third hatchery was taken out.
What? Oh man.
Alright, into the gauntlet for RJ. Pulling out that fire rod. Half magic, fire rod, whatever. You got full magics everywhere in here, might as well spam it. Especially in this room with the lone red skeleton coming up and the ice everywhere. Taking him out immediately is great, because he is such a pain in the butt to take out. Oh, Jesus!
Oh boy.
Wait, he has a fairy, whatever.
Yeah, it's, whatever.
Sorry, a little bit of overreaction there. Because he was so close to being able to powder the fairy in the next room.
Okay, so fairies, actually, at least one was useful.
We used all of them, didn't we?
I think so.
He has 12 fairies. Okay, thank you, chat.
It's 12 fairies. Okay. I don't think that quite fits the numbers, but chat wouldn't lie.
These wizard rooms are fun after the pain that is the gauntlet.
Yeah, we even got the case of Murray for him.
Oh, the cane! It's useful! Oh no! He's forgotten how to use it after this last hour and 45 minutes.
He just got it. I mean, cut him some slack.
Alright, Michael K. in the Swamp Palace. We'll see if they decide to pick up any chests looking for the cane. I probably not.
Probably the exact same chest that AREJa got in this dungeon, and
That's
no
probably
other
right.
ones.
That's probably right. Alright, decided to wait for a second there, just to make sure that they didn't get the Gannon's Tower despawn. It's a little iffy. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? Oh, come on. No, you can reach it. You can reach that. Okay. I guess they have a green potion, don't they?
I hope so. Oh, there's the full magic in here, so it's actually matter.
Do they have enough to use the powder? Oh, they
Just
do!
barely.
Absolutely calculated.
That was mathed out ahead of time. That's a practice build order.
Whoa! That was somehow not a hit taken from Moldorm. And Michael K not getting the same jerk jelly. Speaking of jerks, Agnew 2, here we go.
Well, second time we've seen this jerk. He's quite rude last time, but
We had a false sense of security from Magnum 1. What is this pattern? Get out of here.
what is this pattern? Ow. Okay, that one was right. This one's not. Yeah, I could stumble.
This timing is so weird.
Yes, there we go. Alright, Ganon.
Yeah, when you got silvers and tempered sword and half magic and then like 20 fairies, I think it'll be just fine.
Yeah, I think that's how many he's got. It's very cramped in those bottles. Man, we only have 13 hearts.
Oh, what the heck? Yeah, we do, don't we? I mean, there were 3 dungeons we saw nothing of, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Nice pattern getting here in the top right.
This is the best location because you can get these easy spins. Ganon can't do anything about it.
Oh no, gets a fire bat, but that's fine.
Phase 3, yeah.
And Michael K taking a leisurely stroll over to Ice Palace after Swamp Palace. I don't. It's probably faster to mirror and then just fly over here rather than warping. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Whoops.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I think RJ's got a bit of nerves.
RJ only has 2 hits left, and oh, nice silver.
Nice try.
Yeah, they. Oh wait, they have a fairy, don't they? They have right. They have like 40 fairies, so I guess it really doesn't matter if they take a hit there. I'm not gonna get the torch glitch, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
Oh.
They got the torch glitch. Where'd he go? Okay. Right, this guy disappears a lot, doesn't he?
He does. He likes to teleport. I think that's his favorite thing in the whole world. Alright, that looks like it'll do it, unless RJ walks off the edge, which doesn't look like they did.
Takes out Ganon jerk. I think I'm in the race channel.
And jerk goes down, so does the jerk seed.
Alright, RJ finishes after a time of 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 55 seconds. Very fun optional Samaria seed.
I think the word fun is optional. I mean,
It's fun for us to watch and speculate how they didn't need the cane, I think.
yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Alright, looks like we got RJ in the waiting room. So we'll go ahead and pull them in here for their interview.
Oh. Yeah. Sure, I'll do that. Hey, RJ.
Hey RJ, GG.
Oh, hey.
Alright,
Boy,
so
that was...
everyone has to know, how nervous were you about Samaria?
I'll be honest, I wasn't all that nervous about it. I mean, there was the part, you know, that thought in the back of my head saying, yeah, you should probably look for it, but I'll be honest, I felt so far behind that I felt that I needed to just go mode everything that I possibly could once I once I got those boots. Yeah, because I felt like I was really far behind because like I did some sequence breaks and none of it paid off. You know, the early trip up the Death Mountain didn't pay off. I think Aghanim was the last thing that I did. I think yeah, I think I pretty much full cleared the overworld. So yeah, it was.
Well, I think
I felt like I had to.
I think in your situation, anyone would have full cleared. Your opponent definitely did as well, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Yeah, having to do Aghanim for Eastern Darkworld access is definitely not that common, and you definitely feel like you need to exhaust your options, especially when you were just the hammer away from being able to, you know, do it all just fine.
Yeah, and it was like everywhere that I went, I just had this sinking feeling every place that I checked and didn't find anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, you and Michael actually ended up doing almost identical routes. It's quite funny. I think the only real divergence was that Michael, before going to the Mire area, did exhaust a few overworld locations that you didn't check.
Probably the mirror spots.
Yeah, and hammer pegs as well.
Gotcha.
They definitely noticed the lamp a lot earlier than you did, though they didn't have any magic to get it, and I think they forgot about the magic that was actually in the cave. So it took them a long time to grab their lamp, but oh gosh, I'm cold stare with 1 heart left. That's super scary. Stay away, just shoot that fire rod. Don't get hit by the ice.
Sorry, it's in smoke, just saying.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, clutches it out. Very nice.
I think the main thing that delayed them is when they were in Skullwoods the first time, they actually got grabbed right at the end, and they didn't have enough magic to actually go through and complete the dungeon. Because they did find the sword well before you did. That was actually something they did very late, a sequence break up to Sora. Well, it wasn't actually a sequence break, but they sequence broke, and then while they were there, they did Sora and got that first sword. It's just unfortunate.
That's another thing that made me feel so far behind. That, you know, I sequence broke up the Death Mountain, saw the sword up there on Spectacle Rock, couldn't get it, and then I think Zora was probably the last thing that I could check before I could go over and finish up Skullwoods. So
yeah, well, without the sword, you couldn't even finish Skullwoods.
Yeah. But yeah, this seed was definitely a little evil. I don't want another one like this.
Yeah, you hit the... We looked at the stats, and it apparently is like a 0.6% chance of Samaria being this optional.
Oh, wow.
So it's
yeah, and it wasn't even needing in its tower.
Seed. Yeah, the key wasn't even back there.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought with finding the Cane of Samaria over there, I may as well just go over there and check, just for peace of mind. But, yeah.
Yeah, so this does put you up 2-1, so got yourself a little bit more deeper in the tournament, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it gives me a little breathing room. After the first week, I was kind of down. You know, you never want to start out 0-1, but I'm glad these last couple of weeks, you know, really panned out the way that they did.
Yeah, and you did really well. Mikon had a lot to say about your avoiding the stair lag. Your picky.
Gosh, I immediately forgot about that. Like right after we talked about that. Alright, Michael K is heading into Ganon's Tower. We will see how they react to finding the cane, if they do indeed go that way. They may not even find it.
Oh no.
So did Michael K, did he ever go and did he actually actively look for the cane, or did he just go mode when he had the option to?
I think as soon as they got boots, they didn't do anything extra.
You're correct. They did go mode Ice Palace and Swamp Palace, so... Again, you guys played very similarly. It was a linear seed for most of it. Like I feel like Blade Aghanim really bottlenecked both of you into doing everything for that. And then from there, like Pod had like everything, and then from there it was just a very clean cut race, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Pod just blew the seed wide open. That was, when I saw Bo there, I was expecting to, with the way the seed had been going, I was expecting to have to go into Eastern, so I made up my mind as soon as I got the Bo that I was just going to go into Eastern anyway.
Oh, Michael, you probably want to grab that key. I don't think they're gonna need it actually, but
Yeah. You don't want to leave keep behind.
that's definitely not something you want to risk. If you want to grab as many keys as you can, and this just to avoid the risk of going up Ganon's tower without a second key, or without a key. Yeah. I know what I'm trying to say.
So, how did you like finding like a million fairies?
I was pleasantly surprised that I only had to use one, and the only reason I used it was because I knew I had it. Otherwise, I would have stopped and grabbed more health in that fairy room. But I was very pleasantly surprised to find so many fairies. It made just going through the seed feel like you could just kind of face tank everything you came upon almost.
And Death Warp nowhere.
Oh my gosh, Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, I saw you walk out of there.
I was sitting there thinking, oh man, it'd be awesome if I had the hammer. Oh wait. Oh, it'd be awesome if I had the mirror. Oh wait.
Michael, you have the cane.
He just comes slack. Easy figure out.
Yeah, I don't think there's any locked doors past here. Wait, is there? Is the room?
There is a locked room here.
This is a locked room, isn't it? Yeah, so he is going to need to find another key. I don't remember if there was one in the randomized room itself.
There's one.
Oh, hey, cool. Okay, so he won't have to go back to the torch to grab that key.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the boots kind of... It wasn't too, like... There weren't many places to check, because you knew it wasn't going to be in Swamp, and it wasn't going to be in Ice, and it couldn't be in Turtle Rock. So it really narrowed it down.
Yeah. The only thing that I was worried about when I was going into Misery Mire is I didn't check any of the mirror locations. So that was that, and if I'm not mistaken, there's still an item left in the big chest in Thieves Town that seems to always have something when I don't check it.
Yeah, we don't know what was in there.
It wasn't actually required today. How rare.
Oh, I shot light.
Ooh.
This was the shooting gallery. That would have been like worth 40 rupees or something.
Yeah, I mean, we've only got 500. Okay.
Oh no.
How much is that worth?
Well, the targets aren't moving here, so...
Ooh, only taking the 4.
Oh, he's... Oh man. Look at this. Look at this pride. I only need 4 arrows to kill Ganon. Let's go.
I never miss.
What? I don't get it, dude. Whatever. We're gonna take the emergency room here. Pretty low on health, and do they have any fairies? I mean, I couldn't imagine they didn't, but I know they use quite a few trying to Death Warp and accidental, usage.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Wow, 142 out of 216. That's really good collection rate for this version.
Yeah, and I think I had probably my lowest mini time. I think it was like 315 that I've ever had. So, all things considered, even though I didn't like how the seed ended up, it was a good one.
Yeah, I guess whenever you have Turtle Rock, Ice, and Swamp completely, like, you don't need to check any of these. That's, I guess it's a little expected to be kind of low there.
Yeah, and that's also considering we checked most of GTA, anyway. Which is another big inflator of that count.
Yeah, I think it would have been around 125 without including Ganon's Tower. If I saw the stats, I got Big Ganon number 17 or 18.
Michael doing the little time waster here to get all 3 land moles to spawn at the same time so you can bounce off and get them all. Hits them all once.
Alright, that's actually a really nice 2-cycle.
Yeah, if you have to powder the fairy in the previous room there, the land moles actually start appearing before. They start appearing while you're in that room. So if you go into that room and just wait a little bit, they will all come out at the exact same time and oh no! Oh no! You smart, dude. Yeah, it gets use. You can bounce off all of the land moles' heads with one spin, and if the bounces work right, you can just take them all out in one spin.
Nice.
Both players rusty with Samari after not having it forever.
Yeah, that second room, I don't know what I was doing.
It's fine, it's fine. When you don't have it for so long, you forget how to use it.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, they're just good. Like we'll have to be a little bit careful in this room here.
Okay, yeah, they had plenty of leeway, I think. Whoa, yeah, use the fire rod for this one. You can lamp this room. It's possible to get up all of Ganon's tower with just the lamp, so that room in particular might be a little more difficult.
Yeah, I think RJ
Oh my
very
God.
familiar with the lamp in that room.
Yeah, I'm just bad at torches. We'll stick with that.
But we did figure maybe Nervous was playing a part of it since you know, it's a tournament race and getting up there in the numbers. And when go ahead.
You get to this point and your opponent hasn't done yet, you gotta think, oh man, did I actually pull this off?
Yeah, that's all that was going through my mind. I was looking at the SRTV chat, like with one eye while racing with the other eye.
Yeah. So yeah. That's actually kind of annoying for Michael K. Because they wasted all the arrows except for the one on purpose, and now they have 5 more.
Dude, this thing's impossible to get in. Just kill this Hulbasaur and run straight up, I think is the answer. Alright.
Oh my gosh.
You can't get through doorways normally while you're on ice. Can you believe Michael K went down to 4 arrows? I guess he got an arrow drop somewhere. And then found one more.
Yeah, I found one more, and then he dropped the 5 dropped right in that room as he was trying to go up the stairs, and he slipped into them.
I think the 2 patterns are awful.
Yes.
It was the arrow jerk. That's what it was. Oh my gosh. Dude, this fight is impossible with these dumb patterns. There you go.
There's one. This is, okay.
The whole out of syncness isn't really helping either.
No, it isn't. It really isn't.
Oh, that one was really close. Oh, no!
Okay, that one was, that one's okay. Gets it done.
There you go. Look at this. Now this one's shooting before Aghanim even appears.
They're just going crazy. Come on, guys. Give him a chance.
He's gonna start shooting arrows at him.
Oh, no. And here come the blue balls again. Oh my gosh.
When he gets an opportunity, it's a blue ball.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, shoot those arrows.
Oh, we're going down to
Oh,
zero.
all of them. Uh-oh.
Michael K is not playing around. We're gonna get it silverless cannon. Well, I guess if they can't win the race, they can at least win the style. And they did dock a few cool points according to Mekon earlier. Some
did
minor
they?
ones.
Oh
So
yeah, because they missed the hook shot into the swamp. Or not in the dam, yeah. Where's he going? He's gonna ferry from the tree.
yeah. So gonna make up some cool points with this silverless cannon. Who's the
Yeah.
wheel runner? Who's the wheel winner?
Who's the wheel
Can't talk.
runner?
I'm choking. Oh gosh. Alright. Meta.
I mean, I guess you can spin attack to get the spin speed on those stairs, but you also have the hook shot equipped.
Yes.
So this is just adding more cool points, I guess.
Yeah. Alright. So RJ did get a really good pattern. Specifically that one. Let's see if Michael K can capitalize. Ooh, unfortunately not.
I think you realized it a little too late there. Now he
He's
wants
just
to
gonna
get
keep in.
up. Yeah, makes sense.
Let me in, dude.
Dude, let me in. I have fairies. Oh no!
Alright, phase 3.
Little sketchy amount of health right now. 4 is not a lot. That's going to be 2 hits away from death, or 1 from a body shot.
Yeah, do not walk in again, by the way. He gives bad hugs. Yeah, I mean, he teleports like a million times here.
Jeez, calm down, dude. So why are we calling you Jerk Ganon? Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. That's a dumb name. Don't call him that.
Ganon jerk.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
a poke.
Yeah.
He spams the heck out of that land, but dang,
Might as well.
ever get it. Right, it'll be 12 spin attacks here to take out Ganon with without the silver arrows. Or
I mean,
without arrows at
we
all.
have the silver arrows. We just don't have the arrows.
We have the silver, it's just not the arrow part.
Yeah, that's not an act. It's a conscious choice. Michael just says, "I don't need them." All right, so far so good.
Doing alright. I think they've only missed 1 so far.
Ooh.
What's scary? Oh, jeez, dude. We got 1 health.
I don't know if they have a fairy either. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, they don't have the 40 fairies.
Michael burned through a few of them on accident.
He's gotta be low. It has to be like 2 left. Yeah, just hold off.
Yeah, just let him have that one. One more. There we go.
Oh, man. Goodbye, magic. I don't think he's gonna be able to spam the lamp empty in time.
It's
lamp.
fire.
He
Fire
uses such
frozen.
little magic, yeah. He's trying to burn his
Okay.
carpet down.
So my create does finish. Time of 2 hours, 9 minutes, 3 seconds. And as we say that, we are joined by Michael GG. Congrats on your Civil scanning.
Hello and thanks. GG, AreJa, ALTTTPR.
Yeah, GG. Good race.
Yes, how you feeling, Michael?
Feeling okay. I saw the loss around I think when I finished Ice Palace. So at that point, I just wanted to finish and wanted to entertain a bit.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were pretty close to the end at that point, and you had to go find Samaria still.
Yeah. The Maya was in tower, and I didn't really care for that.
Yeah.
The key wasn't behind it at all. You really only got use out of it in those 2 rooms with the whiz robes.
Yeah, I think my first V29 seat had the cane in the same chest and the big key in the next chest next to it. So, yeah, kind of nice, kind of trolly.
It's the dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a 0.6% chance, but I think we mathed out. It's very, very rare that Camp Smart is not required by the logic for anything. So that was cool.
That's nice. I hope everyone liked the Templar Sword serverless.
Oh yeah, I like that quite a lot. I've appreciated your bold declaration that we're not. First you went down to 4. I'm like, okay. So Michael's saying I never miss, and then you went down to 0, and I was like, okay. Michael's saying I don't need silver arrows. It's very,
Yeah.
very entertaining.
I just wanted to do this as a troll. I was a bit disappointed that I got a first arrow in the validation chest.
That was pretty funny.
That was pretty fun, actually.
What a spot for that to be.
I guess RJ didn't check that.
No, RJ didn't.
No.
Yeah. I even thought when I found the cane, I thought about doing Tyrone. But, well,
That was
Nope.
my pick for the big key spot, but not today.
nah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a rough one with that Aghanim required to actually get to the East Dark World.
Yeah,
Very
and the-
unfortunate.
And the boots in Maya.
Yeah, you guys actually played very similarly. I guess that's in part due to the linearness of the seed. I guess you guys just also have similar decision making when you're in similar situations. So
Yeah, after Aghanim, your routes seem very, very similar.
How close were we after Agonon?
I think I want to say RJ was leaving Pod after completing what he could of it and finding everything in it. Just as you were finishing Aghanim.
yeah.
Okay, I figured after the death in the 3 problems in Skullwoods.
Yeah, you're getting tripped up a bit there, but I mean, all those death warps you were trying with fairies.
Yeah,
So
2
many
times.
thi-
At the 3rd time, I remembered there's a fairy. I don't want a death drop, but I actually had the mirror at that point, so screw that.
Yeah, you guys were lucky. I always get bees in bottles, and here you are with 3 fairies in bottles, but they didn't play well with you. You wanted the death warp and just couldn't.
Yeah. After the first one, I said to myself, okay, I remember that, and then I got another one and forgot it again. It was a bit embarrassing.
Oh, well, that happens to everybody. Forgetting a fairy is very easy, especially when you're trying to death warp. Your mind's on other things. You're not thinking, oh, I got a fairy. It's in one of my bottles. I better release that.
Yeah. Especially after so many bottles with fairies, you just forget about it.
Alright, well, either of you two have any final thoughts before we close out of here?
No, not for me.
Yeah, only thing for me is thanks again, Michael K, for the race, and of
Thanks
course,
for you too.
and then once again, McCann, Mally, and of course JTB for helping put on the show here today. And just want to say thank you to everybody and have a good night.
Good night.
You're doing our sign off for us, dude. I don't have to do anything.
Okay, well, I'll fill in the stuff that you don't have to do. So yeah, JTB was our tracker. Thank you very much, helping us out, keeping the items nice and updated. If you guys like what you saw, make sure you give Speed Gaming channels a follow, 1 through 6, as well as the ALTTP Randomizer, 1 through 4. Maybe it's 6 now. I don't know. There's numbers. Figure them out. But yeah, get those all because there's plenty of races still to come. We're not even halfway through the Swiss rounds, so lots of stuff to still catch. And of course, thank you to my co-commentator Mikan, my good friend and chum. It was a blast. Have a nice cash con with you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think this is the first time we got to do this. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a lot as well. Yeah. So I'll let you close us out.
Oh, geez. All right. Yeah, thanks, guys. Follow all the stuff. Stay tuned for Randomizer. I think there's a Pikmin relay race and Super Meat Boy relay race going on Speed Gaming's 1 and 2 right now. Those sound fun. I want to watch those. In addition to Randomizer everywhere. So yeah, I guess see you guys. Thanks for watching.